Hello. Hi. So, as you can tell, I look a little off today. I just got out of the shower and didn't do anything with my hair and can't find my hat right now. So, as some of you may have noticed, I, definitely missed Monkey Monday again. In my defense, I kinda have an excuse, sort of-ish. You see, I woke up Monday afternoon and discovered that I have a cold sore. Ew. And I genuinely assumed that no one would want to see that. I'm incredibly vain. So, vanity aside, I fucking hate cold sores. I mean, I don't know if it's really that noticeable, but I can feel it. I know it's there. I see it every time I look in the mirror. Kinda feel like a leper. So, as standard protocol for me, when I get a cold sore, tends to be, lock myself in my room and not leave for any reason whatsoever. And that's pretty much what I've done all week. Hide from myself and mirrors. However, it's come to a point where I needed to film. You see, I broke some news last week that's pretty up there on the scale of big life-shattering crazy awesome. And since I broke this news, however, my Facebook inbox has been plastered with like 50 messages asking me the same questions over and over and over again. Now, I love each and every one of you. However, I don't like repeating myself at all. And having to answer the same 3 questions 50 times a day is making me a little twitchy. So in case you weren't quite aware of this fact yet, I am moving to Newfoundland in exactly 23 days. That's right, bitches. I'm moving to St. John's, Newfoundland, with 2 of the awesomest people I could ever know. Now, let's get on to these questions, shall we? About 200 of you or so have asked me this. And I've given most of you the same answer, give or take some points here or there. But let me lay it down for you straight. So, the number 1 question I keep getting is, why Newfoundland? That's a pretty good question, I'm not gonna lie. Now, truth be told, when you live in the tiny town that I do, and you're a gay man, by about this time in your life you either moved to Toronto or Ottawa. And I don't want to do that. If you know me pretty well, you know that the past year for me hasn't exactly gone too well. I've had some personal issues, and some... well, personal issues, I suppose. There was the whole... and I dropped out of school. Not my best moment ever. And truthfully, since then, I really haven't quite been feeling this city too much. It's just sort of looking at the same things over and over and over again, realizing, oh hey, that's where all that crazy shit happened. So as of New Year's this year, I decided to make a pledge to myself. I am going to do something to drastically change my life. I didn't quite know what it was, and I figured that when the opportunity came up, I'd know what it was, and I'd take that opportunity. And then a very, very dear friend of mine came up for a weekend visit, and broke to me the news that her and her girlfriend would be moving to Newfoundland. I immediately flipped out and freaked out on her for not telling me sooner, and immediately inundated her with about 100,000 questions. One of which being, why the hell are you doing this to me? Probably slightly less dramatic, but there was more hitting. So she just kinda looked at me sheepishly and said, why don't you come with us? And I still haven't quite come up with a reason not to. Why not, right? I'm almost 25 years old. I've got my whole life ahead of me to go and do something nuts. So I figure, skipping across the country might be kind of fun. And truth be told, I know nothing about the city, so it should be excessively exciting. Question number 2. What are you gonna do out there? I don't know yet. That's the fun part. I genuinely have no idea what I'm gonna do when I get out there. I mean, yes, don't freak out, I have a place to live. But do I really need to have a job lined up when I get there? I work in the service industry, people. I've been a bartender for almost 5 years. I was serving tables a lot longer than that. And I have a shitload of retail experience. Jobs like that aren't exactly hard to come by when you've got experience. Especially given that St. John's has like 100 bars on one street. I think I'll be safe. To Kelly, no, I will not take up fishing. I think it's kinda gross, even though I will eat a disgusting amount of fish when I get there. Also to Kelly, just to spite you, I am going to get a giant rubber hat and rubber boots and mock you. It's going to happen. Alrighty, well with that information out of the way and having answered your questions, which you can never ask me again, ever again, because I will just direct you straight to this video, I am off to go play. I know, it's sick, but I love this game. You wait there.
Pants are falling down.
Precarious camera positioning. I'm moving to Newfoundland, bitches.